What up, YouTube? It's your boy Nino B.
And it's your boy PMP Rail, and this is the Part of My Perspective podcast. Yeah, man, so I want to start by saying we appreciate the love and support we received on the first episode. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch that, please go back and check out that first episode. We really appreciate the love and support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys for tuning in. So yeah, man, I would say had a great weekend for the most part.
Beautiful
man.
weather.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
You know, middle in the week, man. I hope everybody's week's going great. If you're a sports fanatic like me, I've been checking out the NFL schedules, man. You know, just going through those things.
Yes.
Just in case they do, you know, because the facilities did open up, so a lot of teams did go ahead and allow their players to
start practicing already, huh?
To at least, you know, start working out, training, and things in that nature. So, yeah, man. You know, those are some of the things that I'm excited for. You know, just looking at the schedules. And once again, I've seen your Steelers, man. They got a pretty
Ben's
decent...
back, baby. Ben's back out there throwing. He said, I seen in an interview, he said that he wasn't cutting his hair until he fully rehabilitated. And they just showed a video of him yesterday out there throwing the ball, shaved, completely trimmed up, beard trimmed up, looking thin. So,
how you looking for you?
Man, we're going.
Getting excited.
Dare I say we win 12 this season?
Yeah.
Wishful thinking, though. You know what I mean? We got week 1 against the Giants, so I think that we're gonna test Jones. We're gonna go ahead and see what Dime's about. And I don't know, man. I'm excited for any kind of sports coming. Like you said, the NFL, they released the schedules. Who you got taking a chip this year, man, for the Super Bowl, or at least going to the Super Bowl?
Like you said, man, Patrick Mahomes, he's looking strong, bro. I mean, they didn't lose too many players at all.
You're right. You're right. Andy Reid, strong as ever.
I'm not too sure who they drafted. I'll probably have to take a look, you know, to go brush up on some of those things.
It's not like they needed anybody, though.
Yeah, they didn't at all, man. But, you know, just looking at sports, man, once again, you know, we're all excited, man. So whoever your favorite team is in there, go ahead and drop that comment in the comment section. Let us know what's the projections as far as what you see a team doing this year. I know for all you Cowboys fans out there, it's always Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. So I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Worry about signing that. But I just wanted to go ahead and shed light on, hey man, Kalani, you know, we're over here on the West Coast. Kalani's album is very great, man. I listened to it. I gave it a thorough listen, bro.
Beautiful album.
The numbers is even looking good. I think she's on, I think it's anywhere from 80 to 100, 120,000 units, you know, being sold.
First week, huh?
Yeah, bro. So that's pretty decent, you know, for a female. So
that is.
You know, round of applause, you know, for Kalani.
Let's give it up for Kalani.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
And shout out to YG for come on, man. Without YG, you know, Kalani might not have been as mainstream as she is, but she's definitely doing her thing on her own right now, and it's crazy to listen to, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, man, I know we've been talking a lot about these IG live battles and going back and forth, and
for the verses.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You got them IG battle verses, man.
Yeah, man. I've been hearing a lot about Keisha Cole and the possible Ashanti type of verses.
You know what I see happening? Ashanti's gonna bring it back from Murder Inc., man. She's got
so?
to. Yeah, I got Ashanti. Only because I'm biased, I think, because I do really love Ashanti's older music. I was a big R&B fan in the early 2000s into the 2010 when she was coming out. But
yeah, that Foolish.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that Foolish album was crazy. I know the ladies can relate to that one.
But to let us know who you guys think, Keisha Cole or Ashanti, though.
Yeah. You know, me personally, I know Keisha Cole. She dropped that I Should Have Cheated. That was heavy. Back when I was a youngin', I mean.
Did she not gas up females with that? Like,
bro, she's another trendsetter as far as like this with the dyeing the hair one way, you know, and the other half being.
She got a little thuggish to her too. She a little thuggish.
From Oakland.
Yeah, she's a little thuggish,
so
man.
you know that'll make sense, man. So yeah, let us know in the comment section. You rocking with Keisha Cole or you rocking with
Ashanti?
Ashanti. You know, Ashanti, man, she aged like fine wine.
Speaking of which, let's not even get into that. Yeah, Ashanti is.
Good.
They also had somebody else. You told me that they were projecting with Busta and Snoop.
Yeah.
To me, I thought that was crazy to hear because I think Snoop overshadows Busta by far. But Snoop had a lot of help. Snoop had Dre, backing him up. He had Master P. Snoop had a lot of hits. To me, it's uneven. I got Snoop taking that 3-0 clean body.
Let me go ahead and be the devil's advocate.
Please.
And this is where you guys get to witness your first vision of Pardon My Perspective. Now we have my man Busta Rhymes, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we speak longevity, him and Snoop pretty much go head to head, neck and neck with that.
You're right about that.
You know what I mean? My man.
Actually, I would give Busta the edge because you got to go back to
leaders
of the new school. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back to even further than when Snoop was out. He was definitely.
So my man Busta has some of the notables. I make it clap. I make it clap. You know, now I'm pretty sure I haven't been to too many clubs, man. In my heydays, of course, it's a lot going on with quarantine. But as bro said, I think it would definitely be a nice head-to-head battle. But I think it's one of those situations where it depends on what's played, how they play it. Because I think with a lot of these things, like Nelly didn't play a lot of his songs that I think he should have played, and vice versa, or he should have reorganized it, or simply not played some of those songs. And same with Luda. Luda didn't play some songs that he could have played.
I totally agree.
Now with Snoop, man, we all love Uncle Snoop. You know, we over here on the West Coast, as we stated, we love Uncle Snoop. Man, you got my man Busta dropping some things like Break Your Neck, A-Rap Money. You know what I mean? I love it. And don't forget about that video he did with Janet Jackson called Dangerous.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That video was innovative too.
Yeah.
I think that was Hype's kind of like first come out too with that video. Hype Williams, the video director, he was going nuts back then. But you gotta when I think of Snoop, I don't think of like the recent, like the blue carpet treatments. I don't even think of like the paid the cost to be the boss. I take it back to Doggy Style. Gotcha. I take it back to the Dog Father. You know, those type of classics. Those are albums that I can literally play from start to finish.
About that.
And with Busta, like you said, he had some crazy albums. He had that Break Your Neck that Dre produced was insane. The video was nuts. Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. Right. Busta had some hits. I'm not saying he didn't have some hits, but to me, it's just Snoop edges it just a little too easy on me on this. Like I told you, I'd much rather see probably like a I don't know. Just going off of that, I'd rather see Jadakiss against Busta Rhymes or somebody like that. But Busta and Snoop, to me, it'll be good to hear though. I'm supporting both of them because I love both of them anyway. So it'll be good to see. Yeah,
I agree. You know, I do want to take my time out to actually, you know, since we're jumping into, you know, some quarantine talks, and because this all ties in together, you know, as well as with the verses happening. And me and bro had a conversation off air as far as like, what do we think? Like, do you actually think these quarantine battles or verses, do you think they'll continue on? Like once everything fully opens up and it's okay, free to go ahead and go out, whether everyone chooses to do so, like do you see these things like continuing on or continuing happening, like continuing to take place? Those are some of the conversations me and bro was having with each other.
Yeah, and like I said, I think so. I mean, I think it's good for the artists. Like I said in the last video, it's a marketing scheme for them. It's amazing to hear some of the old music played back, and for both artists to show so much love to each other. It just feels good to see something like that, especially with the old heads. You know, you see Busta and Snoop up there probably jamming together, throwing out hits. You know what I mean? It's good to see that, and I hope they do continue it, but they'd be foolish not to. But then again, once the studio's back up and touring is back going again, which I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Yeah, man.
Only time will tell, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. So it's like, you know, in this quarantine time, man, we always preach and practice safety. You know, so we're just urging people to please be safe out there when you're out in the parks. If it's required to wear your mask, please have your mask on so that you're not like infuriating the police in any type of way, or, you know, because they're people as well. You know, everybody's dealing with a high stress level in these type of times, and, you know, with us being minorities and us knowing some of the challenges that we all tend to go through, sometimes, man, it's just best to, you know, stay on the good side of things and just, you know, always conduct yourself, you know, in the right type of manner and whatnot. And I'm not saying that always ends in a good, you know, in a good outcome, but, you know, try to always put yourself in the good, man. And I say that to say this, you know, I just want to send my condolences and my prayers, you know, to the family of Ahmaud Arbery. over there in Georgia. It's a sad situation and which that's taking place.
Condolences to the family.
Yeah, we just want to go ahead and send our condolences and our prayers to the family. Just moving on to a little lighter note, man. We do have a lot of things in store for the podcast. I just want to take time out and I'll say, hey, just if you choose to grow with us, I promise you, you won't regret it. Just tune in, man. So we're covering topics as far as like simple things is me personally, something that I asked myself and not only asked bro, in a group chat, it was sort of like, do you see yourself dating someone with the OnlyFans or, with let's just say if she works in a club or, let's just say if she's doing any of those extracurricular activities, to make a few ends meet, like, could you see yourself, possibly, dating, or whether it was not, and it doesn't necessarily have to be now. It can be
in the past.
If you're in a relationship, could you see yourself dating someone if you were single? And we're speaking for single people, or if your husband or if your wife, if they had an OnlyFans page back in their prime. Would you guys still be married for 20 years or together for 2 or just purchasing your first house together or, drop your comments below and let us know what you think. And
personally, me, man, I'm gonna take it the political route. I'm gonna take it the easy route.
Right.
It depends on what I'm looking for. It depends on what we're building on too at the same time.
Gotcha.
If it's nothing serious and it's nothing that she brought up initially, I'm gonna let it slide because that's not what I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for that out of her. Like I said, it really is gonna be situational. I think you really just gotta look at the situation as a whole. She's still doing it. Did you meet her like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, to have that in your past, we all have a past. Let's put it that way, man. We all have done some bad things that we regret.
Absolutely.
But me personally, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable enough dating a girl who had an OnlyFans, only because something like that, like body being seen put out like that, to me is sacred, and I don't believe in that. So I just personally, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that, man.
Yeah. See, my take on it, I'm a little in between. I think it's really, and it's not necessarily me. I'm just outside speaking. I think it really takes a strong individual to really not just allow, but to just have that confidence within yourself. I think it really takes, a strong foundation, of course. Like, if you're dating someone, like, how open are you guys with each other? And of course, what type of content is the person providing to her audience? Like, it can
that is true. That is true. You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
A little tasteful about things, man, because there's guys out there with some foot fetishes. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, man. Fart on the phone one time.
Yeah, no, men are disgusting. We dogs.
All type crazy stuff, So for me, and let me just, for a disclaimer, let me throw it out there. I have not actively subscribed to any OnlyFans.
Same here.
I'm just a little bit. I'm just a little bit cautious on where I spend my money. I do some dumb things with my money, but that ain't one of them. And I'm not saying that it's dumb, but it's just something that it's not something that I'm eager to go out there and seek, with other free services out here. And not necessarily free, because free ain't always good. So be careful. But I'm just saying in general, I think it depends on what type of content the young lady is providing, or the woman is providing, I should say. And, just being tasteful and being respectful as well.
Let me ask you though, what would be the difference between an OnlyFans page, a man paying to see that, and a strip club? What would it be a difference in a girl, you go into the strip club and handing money out like that, in a sense of this is just a digital way of a strip club, right? Do you see, let's put it in a perspective like this. If you wouldn't date somebody who did an OnlyFans page, would you date a stripper from back in the day? Like if she stripped back in the day?
What's crazy is, man, I had a stripper as a
okay. No, that's a good thing, because now I bring to you, is that not the same as having an OnlyFans page?
Hey, I tell you what, she has some talents to go ahead and if you're listening, I hope you got your OnlyFans going right now, girl.
Making money, huh?
Hey, bro, this was some time ago, man. Not to really dive into personal, but I'm just saying in general. I have dated someone who danced in a club. And it's challenging. It is.
It takes, like you said, it takes a lot of swallowing that pride pill, right?
Yes, because they have their like I literally got to see they have personal customers like who literally comes to the club for them,
right?
Requests them 24/7, want to go in a private room. You know what I'm saying? They want to take you. They feel as though like they're entitled to take you out to eat and things in that nature. Mind you, this was years ago, so
heyday rail
a
right here.
He's talking changed, about. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, like I do, like I see the tweets and I see like the messages and things like that goes around on social networks saying like, man, these young ladies is out here getting to a bag, like
getting houses at 23.
Man, bro, in a month. You know what I mean? 50,000 in a month. 20,000, I'm not encouraging those type of things and whatnot.
No, never.
General,
especially because we got daughters.
Yeah, we have, and also like I think like it's about being safe as well. Like I said, if it's just strictly like pictures and things in that nature, hey man, by all means, like
make your money. Huh?
You gotta make your money how you make it. I just think it's as long as it's tasteful, as long as it's, especially when you're in a relationship or you're dating someone.
Yeah, that's something huge, and that's something that you have to disclose if you are in a relationship. That's crazy to hide an OnlyFans page from your significant other. That's crazy to think about, man.
Just pulling them bands out from under the couch.
Like, where's this coming from? What do you mean you got rent paid this month already?
Man, I know what you mean, man. That's just how it be. But
and you know what? A good thing that you were talking about, kind of like the OnlyFans, kind of to stay digital. It's weird to see a lot of these TikTok challenges that almost mimic some of the things that are going on, man.
It's crazy, man. Like just all different type, just challenges, like you stated, like. And speaking, like when you say digital, I just seen like a digital, like a virtual strip club that did a debut.
Crazy. That's
over
crazy.
The weekend. You had players to your likeliness of Drake, Kevin Durant,
really,
Tiger. Like, bro, it's
a lot of money floating around, man. That's what that says.
This is just a virtual strip club, bro. It broke the site.
That's insane.
They're refunding money now. You know what I'm saying?
Because
they couldn't even allow these things to go ahead and take place. So.
Everything's going to be digital.
It's a lot going on, and hey, let me go ahead and throw a disclaimer out there also. Like, no disrespect to anyone out there who does have
not at all
an OnlyFans
not at all.
page. Like,
not at all.
I would love for your insight. You can come on to the podcast, call into the podcast.
Good interview.
Personally, IM us, on Instagram or something like that, Facebook, and we're always open-eared. Like I said, this is just our perspective on a few things that we're thinking as men. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Men with first and foremost is always ego, pride,
You're absolutely right.
So, security, just having that self-esteem, having that full confidence in yourself. Sometimes it's a woman that comes and provides some of the things that's missing. So,
and amen to the women who provide that for those men too.
The strong ones too. We definitely appreciate you, man. And salute to all the independent women out there as well. Y'all holding it down during this quarantine. Hey, we always appreciate you, man, for real.
Speaking of, like the women stuff, and we're talking about this OnlyFans stuff and everything like that, bro. It kind of gets me thinking, man. Like, what kind of world are my daughters coming into? What kind of,
gotcha.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What kind of it almost makes me more, not anxious, but more cautious of the type of stuff I show now.
Right.
I don't play certain music around some of my kids because I just don't. Yeah. You have to be cautious these days. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, you have to be more selective and whatnot. You have a lot of, whether it's older children, younger children. Speaking like for older children, you have a lot of bullying going on in schools these days, and just jealousy. Like, I didn't really come up and have like big social networks and social media accounts and all that different type of access, and Apple wasn't even that. It wasn't that serious to have an iPhone or nothing like that. Just even 5 years ago, it wasn't as important to have a lot of these things that's important for these kids to have. Nowadays, like,
kids are walking around in 4th grade with a cell phone on the playground, bro, doing TikToks.
Yeah, so it's very important, Bro said, to be, selective,
cautious,
as a lot of you responsible parents already know. But yeah, you have to, more careful, what you say around your kids and things in that nature. I'm always constantly, catching myself, whatever I say around my daughter.
You have to.
Whether it's a cuss word, she's saying it right behind me. So it's something like, I look at her, I'm like, oh man, she got to get a little, get calm. You gotta relax.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something to be mindful of. And it all takes responsibility, and nothing really comes overnight. But yeah, just always be mindful of that, people.
Always, man. And as always, we'll always be throwing in some fatherhood in every podcast, just to touch base on some stuff, some personal stuff that we got going on for you guys. You got any plans for this Memorial Day weekend? Anything crazy? Any kind of traveling you're doing? It sounds nuts to me for people to be going out this weekend and travel, but if that's you, do your thing. Just be safe, be cautious. But I think I'm gonna lay low, man.
Yeah, normally, like you said, man, it would be traveling as far as like, going down to the lake, going camping or something like that.
Barbecue at the
Maybe
park.
going to Vegas. Like normally, like I know for sure I would be going to Vegas or going to Cali. Anything to get away from some type of work stress, because we wouldn't normally be working from home.
Right.
But being that we, like you said, we're in like a quarantine, it almost doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
To want to stay at a hotel.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, and just feel comfortable with doing some of those things that was once essential to a lot of people. Because truck drivers, nothing has changed. Like with them, they're still out on the road. Some of them still staying in hotels. And for a lot of other people, profession, whether you're a flight attendant, I know a lot hasn't changed for a lot of different people.
Walmart workers even, bro. I mean, they're still out there getting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for the most part, man, like you said, man, staying out of this heat, keeping cool, probably, man, just might grill something.
There you
man,
go. You always chefing some stuff. I smell some stuff right now, Brody. Come on.
Just doing something, man, and the likeliness of that, man, just feeding the soul, man, practicing, just peace in the mind, man.
There you go.
Amongst
spending
myself.
some time with the fam.
Yeah, just getting right.
Kiddos, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's always good. That's always good. Anything else that come to mind, man, that we got going on for them this week?
Yeah, I would say.
Soft topic.
Yeah, man. Please be on the lookout. Also, man, we got some PMP T-shirts that's coming to the podcast.
Should we throw that out to them?
Yeah,
Ooh, look out for them.
Little hat. Now that the hat's a little bit out the bag, we will be going ahead and sending out a $100 gift card. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we will be sending out a $100 gift card, as well as 5 T-shirts to 5 random subscribers.
I'm gonna up that, man. I'm gonna up that. We're gonna do 5. We're gonna do 10. We're gonna do 10 T-shirts. 10 T-shirts to 10 randoms.
There you have it on the part.
Let's get to 100 subscribers. Come on,
man. We got 10 T-shirts and a $100 gift card.
Straight out of our pockets,
yes,
too. Straight out of our pockets.
It could be to your favorite restaurant. It could be Amazon. It could be to Nike outlet.
Anything.
Whoever that lucky person is, you'll go ahead and we'll be in contact with you. Let's just go ahead and.
And I think we'll do a special episode for that too once we hit that 100 subscribers.
Absolutely. We will go ahead and take some time out in the beginning of the podcast and shout that person out and and very make them feel welcome and appreciated as well. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, please be on the lookout for that. As we're still shooting, of course, we will be upgrading our visuals, so you'll see a lot of different things taking place around us. Hey, Lord willing, you might even see the background change completely. So we just want to go ahead and manifest those type of we
gotta crawl before we walk, man.
Hey, bro, we gotta man, just bearing the fruits of our labor, man. Just trying to get to it, man. Man, 2 hardworking people. That's one thing that you will see about me and Nino. That's one thing that you will see about us, man. Very determined. 2 people hardworking, man, and it will show, throughout the episode. So
just
once again, we appreciate you guys, continuing to grow with us, having patience with us, and also, once again, if you guys have anything you would like for us to discuss, throw our point of view around, or if you guys have any connects that you would like for us to go ahead and interview, go ahead and we will provide our email once again in the description box. So yeah, just please continue to tune in with us. And before we go ahead and close out, bro, what else is it that we want to go ahead and run down?
Man, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to break down for this week. I just wanted to let everybody know, man, that in these quarantine times, man, I think it's specifically special right now that we show everybody love and appreciation. Like I've always said, shoot that text out to somebody you haven't talked to in a while, or somebody you beefing with, even if it's just a what up, missing you, love you, thinking about you, whatever. Because in these times, you don't know what people are going through quarantine, man, mentally. So be there for your loved ones. Take this time to work on yourself and your relationship with your kids and your family. And man, I just wanted to say that it's sad to see all the stuff going on with these quarantine citations, man. I'm really annoyed by it. I don't even really want to speak on it, but I think it's something that we should touch base on.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Just speaking on that, I know a lot of things was taking place in New York. We all seen the viral videos that tend to go viral. You know, things aren't always the same. Let's just say, like in a not so good community versus to a community. Let's just say.
Let's call it what it is, man.
If we're on the south side of Phoenix and we're going to Scottsdale, you're going to notice a change. You know, whether you're looking at the trees, the grass, whether you're looking at no trash on the sidewalks or anything in that nature. So, you know, we've noticed a lot of videos going viral, a lot of citations was being given out. And coming to you today, I see that New York has actually stopped giving out these citations, so that it won't continue to happen and things like that. Awesome. So, you know, it's definitely trying times when you're dealing with a quarantine situation and then a different type of beast that's called the system. So I know we spoke about it earlier in an episode. You never want to put yourself in harm's way or any type of way to where you can't make it back home to your family. So, you know, before you always act on your actions, just take a little deep breath, man, and just think to yourself and just ask yourself, is it worth it? You know, and hopefully we're given that opportunity, and our actions don't put us in situations to where we have to act in any different type of manner. You know, because we all have loved ones that we continue to speak about throughout the podcast. So, you know, please just keep those things in mind.
And you know, and not to cut you off too, man. I know there's times where you can do everything right, and there's times where you can do everything in your power to control what your actions are. But unfortunately, there is times where actions are brought upon people that aren't provoked or weren't needed or were a little bit too much. But like Rel was saying, just try to do everything in your power to not place yourself in that situation. Me personally, I know growing up with a lot of my cousins in prison, you know, growing up, seeing them, visiting them at a young age, growing up, seeing it allowed me to take what they were doing and utilize it. So I was always better at, you can say, learning from other people's mistakes from a distance.
Gotcha.
And I think that's what, knock on wood, has kept me out of prison. I'm the only male in my mom's family who's never been to prison or currently in prison.
It's a blessing.
And I attribute it to staying low, not doing anything crazy. You guys know me, people who know me, we don't go out. We're not out there in the spotlight. We're not out clubbing. We're not out doing nothing. We're working from home and we're shooting this podcast.
Right.
We got a goal in our vision. We're going to stick right to it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, because, you know, speaking of that, like, it was a situation that you had shared with me, man. I think the situation that took place in California where I think the guy, like, he made food for the area. Was he making food for the area? When the young bulls kept running down.
It was actually here. It was actually, there's been a couple of different incidents, and what Rel's speaking of, there's been a lot of the elote men. They have them a lot in Mesa here, and you'll see them on the corner with their umbrellas. They got the corn. They're selling the elote cups for everybody, the mangoes you can get, all that. But it's a trend right now on Snapchat. I don't know what's going on, but people are running up and smacking them, spitting on them. I seen one get hit with a paintball gun, robbing them. And these are all older illegals. They are illegal because this is the way they're feeding their families. But that type of stuff right there is, right now during quarantine, I just don't, it makes me sick. But it's crazy because the specific incident he's speaking about that happened in California, they actually got a hold of the two kids who had assaulted this elote man and basically made their hood in California, put it on video, checking them, you know, putting paws on them, giving them the DPs, you know what I mean? And
salute to them.
Right, doing the right thing. And that's the type of OGs that these youngins need right now.
Yeah.
And I salute that Hoover gang out there in California who set that straight, because the last thing we know, or the last thing we need, I should say, is any kind of racial tensions between black, brown, or white, anybody right now. It just needs to be nothing but love around everything right now. And I think we need to continue that throughout the rest of life, throughout this quarantine, man.
Sir, I second that, man. Just like my brother said, man, you know, be safe out there, man, and please show respect. You know, we all have families and, you know, responsibilities and people that we have to feed, and not only that, just please be mindful and respectful, man. It just always goes back to that saying, treat others as you want to be treated. You know what I mean? So, closing out the podcast once again, we appreciate you guys for really tuning in. Please stay tuned with us. Go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe.
Bang on that thing right now.
It's your boy PNP Real.
Your boy Nino B.
And this is the Part of My Perspective podcast.
Be safe.